Hello everybody, this is Purge, bringing you guys another gameplay commentary. I'm doing a replay cast today, and I'm going to be doing another Troll Warlord game. I know that I just uploaded a Troll Warlord game about 20 days ago, which is like 2.5 weeks, but I thought I would show you guys another little cool build that is slightly different than the one that I did in the last troll game that I did. And the one I want to aim for is a Maelstrom troll, which I think is really fun. If you guys don't know how Maelstrom works, it is a % chance to proc a lightning zap, which bounces. So 25% chance to shoot a, I think, 120 damage nuke. I think is how it works. I played this game last night, I believe, with a bunch of friends. I'm on a 5-stack in this game with Blitz, Super Joe, myself, KKK is Josh, and there is Suns Fan there, who is Panda Gain Nothing, which I don't know what that reference is. But we were chatting with the opponents. I think we played against them. I randomed, of course. I don't remember which player it was, but somebody said hello again. And we played against a lot of the same people this night for some reason. So a little bit about Troll Warlord. Last time I played him, I went for a Phase Boots Magic Stick BKB pretty quickly, I think, and then I went damage items afterwards. This game I was a little bit more greedy based on how things went, and but anyways, aiming for kind of the similar thing. I was planning to get Phase Boots, and also I wasn't quite sure if I was going to make a Ring of Basilius or not, so I picked up a Ring of Protection. So this is my early item build. I don't think I bought a Courier. Let me think. 450, 650 plus about 200 is, yeah, about 850. So this is all my gold. I spent a Ring of Protection, I got a Blade of Attack, and I got a Tango and a Salve. I actually got a lot of Blades of Attack when I was playing this night because I ran them a lot and I kept getting carries. So the reason I want the early Blades of Attack is there's literally no other item you can get in this early of a stage that'll give you as much damage. It doesn't take up as much space as a bunch of stat items, and I don't really want to stack up things like Ironwood Branches and Circlets and Slippers of Agility because I don't actually plan to make anything with them. So instead I opt to just get a Blades of Attack with a Salve and a Tango and a Ring of Protection. I'm pretty much expecting to lane against the Darkseer this game because if you look at the heroes, it's most likely either a Darkseer long lane or maybe a Enigma. So we are playing against them again. I think the last time I played against them I was playing Naga. I don't know if that was my Naga support game or my Naga carry game. I played a Naga carry game the other day, but I think that was 2 or 3 nights ago. The Naga game I played against this guy was a Naga support, which I played a game or two before, but I don't seem to remember that game was worth uploading. I think it was a stomp. A lot of the games the last couple days have been stomps, actually. Anyways, most likely going to pick up my axes at level 2. One nice thing about Troll Warlord is he is a ranged hero, so I can kind of deal with the Iron Shelled creeps a little bit better. As I continue to lane more and more against a Darkseer, I continue to realize that it's quite difficult, or at least I have trouble denying a Iron Shelled target. So it's very important that you do, though. One deny at all is gold that the Darkseer would most likely have otherwise. And the reason I ended up picking up Bash here is because it does more damage and it makes you run faster. So if I was last sitting under tower, I wanted the extra, 520 damage, something like that. Bonus damage is 15. So it's an extra 15 damage, pretty good for that. And I will start auto-attacking the Iron Shelled creep, and whenever I can, I will be denying. So it'd be kind of interesting to watch this happen from this perspective, because now I know exactly where I missed last hits or not. But either way, Troll Warlord with a damage transformation is a lot more fun of a way to last hit, because you do have a lot more damage. Right there, I switched to range to attack it because I wanted to make sure that I didn't hit it enough. See, like if you hit too hard for a range creep under tower, then it'll with one attack will be too much. So basically I want to do less damage. I swapped it over just to get the damage output. But regardless, I do want to kill the Iron Shell creep faster, sooner than later. And if I am taking Iron Shell damage, I want to make sure that I missed that one creep there. I used axes because I knew I didn't prepare for it properly. So a little bit of waste of mana because I only got one last hit out of it. And kill Clarity Potion whenever possible. Our team is really weird setup this game, but luckily, since I'm a Troll Warlord, I can actually solo pretty effectively versus Darkseer, and again, getting a couple of denies here. 5 denies is gold that Darkseer would not have otherwise. I think if the Darkseer was smart, maybe he would be better off perhaps cutting creeps and going for just taking all the last hits, because if he cuts creeps, I can't get the gold. I messed up there with the X's, so I missed that range creep, which is a pretty big mistake again. But if he just went and cut the creeps, he could definitely deny EXP gain from me. Or at least I wouldn't be able to deny him as often. I was still last hitting or right-clicking the Iron Shield creep a little bit, but it just doesn't seem that worth it to me. Especially right here. He did a really good job of stopping me from last hitting properly. Keep in mind that the melee also does make you run faster. So I had played a support troll game recently, like a day or two ago. I didn't upload that one either, but it was kind of a fun game. Support troll is kind of cool. The support troll game did I get arcane boots? I think I went tranquil boots with a Vlad's and a Heaven's Halberd, which I thought was actually a very smart choice. I was pretty happy with those item choices. Vlad's because I'm going to be attacking anyways. We had a bunch of melee heroes that game, and other than that, Heaven's Halberd for some damage, some disable, and of course some more utility, which I could use as a support hero. So that was kind of a fun item build. I kind of died a lot that game, and I didn't really get a lot of farm, but it was kind of nice because when I actually wanted to ever get farm, I could just go in the jungle and pick it up, and that's exactly what I did. I went in the jungle, I popped Tranquil Boots, and I got farm. So this game I ended up picking up Tranquil Boots as well. The main reason I'm doing that is because I'm up against the Darkseer, and the harass that I'm going to be taking is definitely not something fun to deal with. Looks like a bunch of kills happening on the bot lane. Again, every time I go to last hit, switch to melee form, so I have plus 15 damage, more likely to successfully last hit. I attacked a little too early right there, and missed it as a result. And I also should have buttered that one up better, but just kind of switching between ranged and melee mode, and at times attacking way too early. Or late, that is. But any denies that I get are great. So you will take Iron Shell damage, it's pretty much guaranteed. He was a little out of position here, so I figured I would make him at least burn the Surge and some mana. Did some damage to him. Maybe the throwing axes was a waste of 50 mana there, especially because they have kind of a big cooldown, as you guys can see. It's like 28, it's like 20 seconds or something like that. I'm pretty sure you guys just heard Lawrence. Yeah, 20 seconds is pretty large. So just did some more hits on him, despite him having stout shields, you know, doing some hits in. Don't. Okay, I didn't axe that. I couldn't remember if I did or not. Bash his help, get last hits, of course. I still do plan to make phase boots this game, but for now, I'm just going to sit on the Blades of Attack, because the extra damage is always great. I think this was the game my item build got really, really weird for the early game, and as you can see, I knew that I wanted phase boots, but I also knew that I needed Tranquil, so I figured, you know what, let me just buy 2 Blades of Attack, I'll have Tranquil boots as well. This is a little bit weird for me, especially because I was going for this last hit. That was a little dangerous, I got a little out of position, it was a lot of creeps and there were Iron Shells up, but I popped the Tranquil boots. As long as I don't let the Iron Shell creep come to me, I am going to heal off of it, and I wasn't paying attention at that point. And I got the HP denied for me, but it's not the end of the world, because I'm still getting passive regen out of it. So I'm just going to sit on Tranquil Boots. I'm only losing about 6 damage that I would have normally. Just going to do some harass here. I maybe should have tried to bash him before I went for the kill like that, but that was one of my kill opportunities. I hit level 6. I didn't have enough mana for my ulti, which also caused some problems, and as a result, I'm going to say, okay, I wish I had a magic stick, and I buy a magic stick. And that means that I'm going to be more likely to get more more mana, because anytime he casts Iron Shell, I would get 15 mana out of it. But that was actually a pretty big gain. I just cast a couple spells, did some magic damage to him, and did a little bit of right-clicking as well. I'm kind of looking to see if he's still there to zone him out. That's very important to do as a carry in a safe lane like this, because doing a carry versus the long lane is still something that you can take advantage of. And I might show that to you guys in a day or so, depending on video. Maybe I'll wait till I get back from vacation to make that video, but I had 2 games where I played really well, once in mid and one in safe lane as a carry, and they ended up being stomps, but I figured it would be a good demonstration of a video anyways. Probably should be always focusing more on denies, more than hitting that creep, because me trying to kill the Iron Shell creep, I mean, it's not going to happen. Like, me auto-attacking it down is, I'm not going to be able to auto-attack something down before it's time for me to get a last hit or a deny. So regardless, Tranquil Boost still being used again, still being very useful. Got 500 in the bank. He has done a jungle pull, which I don't think at the time I realized. I was not thinking here. I pick up a Gloves of Haste. I think that's for my Maelstrom. Yeah, I completely didn't pay attention to the pull. I was not thinking there. I should have thought, oh boy, I wonder where the camp is. And if we look at all those creeps, if they just die, I lose out on a lot from that. I wanted to make sure to deny that catapult, which is what I saw. I just saw the creeps over there, by the way. but I believe most of them have died, so that was a smart pull from him, and if he can take the neutral camp, that's completely worth it for him. This time I actually was able to kill the Iron Shell creep a little bit earlier than usual, and I was just going to simply right-click him. My attack speed from Fervor is getting stacked up. You can see that icon to the right of my portrait. It will change every time I hit a new creep. I did a little bit of switching again. You see Alchemist die somewhere. They're diving really far. So yeah, if you look at my items right here, it kind of looks like I have a whole bunch of random crap, but really it does have purpose. I'm going to later disassemble the Tranquil Boots, and I will make Vlads out of that. And I also want Phase Boots, and I also want a Maelstrom. So just all of the little components, I could buy them from the side shop. I didn't necessarily have to like force myself into components. I took so much damage from the Iron Shell. As you can tell, the Darkseer's leveled up quite a few times now. It's to the point where I actually do have to be a little worried about dying. So I don't remember if I pop the salve now or if I wait, but I know eventually I do pop the salve. And if a gank came, there's a pretty good chance of me dying from this because of my low HP. So I've got to be careful, especially with the creeps coming under tower like this. If the creeps come under tower, then there's a pretty decent chance of me getting dived. And I actually messed up the axes on the range creep there and also missed that one. So slight mistake for me. Always switch back to range form when you pop heals because you do have less HP, which means that your heals go farther. It's not a huge amount, but it is a small percentage. 10, 15 points of HP could mean the difference in you dying later, so you might as well switch it over. I popped my ulti to try to help everybody out and getting the kill on the Dragonite there, and the attack speed was enough for Spirit Breaker to grab the kills. I'll just throw some attacks on Darkseer in the meantime. I really can't do a good job killing him, just because, simply put, it's just a crappy ranged attack. HP is so low right here. I'm being quite aggressive. But I felt confident against him. I have a 5-charge wand, so it would buy me some time if I need to stay alive, but even still, kind of using a lot of my mana just to support my Tranquil Boots now costs me quite a bit. I really wanted that last. This was really not wise. If he was ready with Surge and Iron Shell, I very likely could have died right there. When I'm already low, I shouldn't like threaten losing HP just to get one last hit. So I was playing very safe at this point. I popped the salve already just in case I'm about to get dived, and I'm going to play it safe until I get back up to full HP. If you guys are ever confused if I'm in ranged or melee mode, if you look at the icons, the red mode is melee and the blue mode is ranged. You can also look at the icon. The throwing axe one has the triple. The spinning ones are the 2 axes that look like they're going to spin in a circle. I was happy that I could get that last hit, and unfortunately I didn't get that one. I was quite surprised. Again, Tranquil Boots. At this point I kind of realized that I don't really have enough mana to be able to get a kill on him because I keep popping Tranquil Boots every 30 seconds or so. So what I should probably do is pick up a Sage's Mask. And I want to do this, despite my int being really low, that only gave me 0.4 mana per second. That's much worse than a... I pop my ulti here, by the way, which increases our team's attack speed and really does a lot of damage mid. Especially because we all have auto attack heroes. But the Sage's Mask, it doesn't give me a whole lot of mana, but it is something. So I figured I would pick it up. Super Joe had some internet problems at this point, I believe. I think we... You know what? We really didn't pause for him very much now that I remember. I was taking some creeps. There's a slight mistake, but... At this point, I kind of... I really, like, avoided denying much more than I did earlier. When I was early game, I was denying quite a bit, and then I started focusing less and less on it, which is a mistake. I think I probably neglected that a little too much. Again, the Sage's Mask isn't that much mana regen, but it is 50% more than I was getting previously, so it is beneficial. And at this point, I'm just about ready to finally make some new items. I could make the Ring of Basilius. Keep in mind that a Ring of Basilius does way more for me than a Sage's Mask does at this point. See, there's another point where I finally got 2 denies that I should have the whole time. A Ring of Basilius gives you 0.65 mana per second. A Tranquil Boots gives you... Tranquil Boots gives you, what is it? I'm sorry, not Tranquil Boots. Whoa, Sage's Mask gives you 50%. Like I said, at the time of me grabbing it was 0.4, which is about 60% of what a Ring of Basilius does. So it would be, if I'm just concerned about mana regen, it would have been much, much better for me to just pick up, a Ring of Basilius at this point. So just try to do some slight damage to him there, but the double Ion Shell was insane. I completely undervalued or underestimated how much damage that would do. And at this point, I finally did a ranged attack and it didn't score the kill. So I said, okay, I obviously need to start just going for the melee hit. There's a lot of heroes bot, one of which Darkseer actually TP'd back to base. I have no idea why. I want to look at his HP. I'm pretty sure he's full HP. I think it's just because he wanted mana or something. He's got really good items. He's got 60 last hits at this point, and I am at 61 as well. Are we the same? Wow. Okay, so I have 25 denies, but he also has 60. So he's getting equal last hits as me, but I have more experience maybe? No, I have barely more experience. So despite me getting way more denies than him, we're actually farmed pretty equally. So he did a good job getting last hits, but it's a Darkseer, man. It doesn't take a whole lot to get last hits as Darkseer. I could have been more active about denying him, and that I should have done that, but regardless, I have pretty good farm considering the fact of the matter. That I was last hitting under tower and stuff like that the whole time. Yeah, we still didn't pause for Joe because we're awesome. He had a Dota crash problem. He's having some Dota crash problems going on lately. My money is pretty huge now, and I'm kind of saying, well, I might be able to just finish my Maelstrom. Maybe I should just wait to finish the Maelstrom and then combine everything. Maelstrom is 1600 for the Mythril Hammer, by the way, and I believe it is 600 for the recipe. So it doesn't take a whole lot to get there. I'll just last hit that to a point where I figured I could last hit it afterwards and get all 4 of those. Feels good. Got 2600 gold. There's a lot of heroes. I'm thinking about TPing to teamfight because at this point I have pretty good items. They are pushing quite a bit, and since we have like an all carry team, I figure this is actually going to be a problem because we will have to defend this. There's a charge coming top, but he actually clicked it on a creep instead. So he told me kill the creep, so I charged the Darkseer instead. So I was like, okay, we'll get on this. And then it was on that creep, and now we got to kill this creep, and then the charge did switch. That was really, really close. And we also have a Potom showing up. So there's the rage, the move, attack speed in. Really, really easy kill there. He buys the Vanguard in the meantime, but I end up getting my Maelstrom, and I will send that over. Wait, oh, I didn't grab it yet. I think at this point it said, oh yeah, grab my items. Okay, there we go. So I recrowed. That was Lawrence. I was kind of thinking about diving this a little bit. A little bit of slow on him and damage on me. I think Joe canceled his charge or something. I think we could have dived that maybe, though Dragon Knight did show up, obviously. And this is where I get out of position, and I transform back into melee mode, and for some reason I didn't get stunned there. I think probably because he was still on cooldown. So we're looking to fight. I'm going to pop the Tranquil Boots. I block him a lot. Let's see if we can get this kill. We like really got black hole there, as you guys can see. And I'm going to get AoE comboed quite a bit. We just lined up for the black hole really hard there. This is a pretty big mistake from us, and they're going to get a triple kill in the top lane. Or double, at least. I think the Alchemist survived, so pretty stupid mistake. We knew there was an Enigma there. We didn't really... Nobody stayed out to pop the heals, or pop a stun, and we were all melee, so, I mean, that was the easiest black hole that Enigma's ever seen. Pretty sure. A little bit of dive on him. I'm going to buy back in like 20 seconds or something, and or not buy back, sorry, respawn, and then we'll see if I can do anything about this fight. Preferably, we do want to defend the tower, but the heroes that they have are actually pretty farmed. The Juggernaut has good items. Drum, Tranquil Boots, I believe. It's a scary thing. And here's my respawn. There's the items, and then we'll disassemble things. There's the Phase Boots. And bam, Ring of Basilius. So this is the item build that I basically was sitting on the whole time, but just needed to transmit it, or convert it, excuse me. Phase Boots, we've got a Magic Stick, a Ring of Basilius. A little bit of everything I need, actually. It's actually a pretty good item build. I could have... I needed more HP regen than than a Ring of Regen provided, but I thought this build alone like this is actually still pretty much covering the same basics. Some basic regen, you have the Magic Stick, you have armor and mana regen out of the Ring of Basilius, and I can kind of jungle with it as well since I do some AoE damage. Now the cool thing about this build mostly is that Maelstroms are actually AoE in a way, but you can use them range as well, which is really nice. So we're going to try to save Super Joe here. We'll see if I can get any disables off. Put a little slow on the jug here. And I get a really convenient last hit on a Warlock Golem. So now we're trying to speed over, chase after the Dragon Knight. We should have gone the other way, obviously, but he's not exactly running very straight, so we might be able to catch up the end with the speed boost on the bounty hunter. He does not look very fast, I must say. My axes will catch him as well, so a little bit of stun from my alchemist makes everything good. So it kind of sounded like I got a second. I don't know if I got 2 zaps out of that, but how much damage do these do again? 120 damage at level 1. They 25% chance, it gives me 24 damage and 25% attack speed. So it's actually a pretty good early item. I can use it ranged, like I said. It doesn't matter if it's melee or not. I'm trying to catch this little dude here. Slow is not quite far enough though. Range is still a little bit too low. My mana is also getting quite low as well, so 5 charge wand is going to cover me partially, but not quite enough. So at this point, I really just need to back off and finish. I will be making a Vlad's with this, of course. The reason I want to make a Vlad's is because it will give me lifesteal. That's right, that was the other part of the other build that I did, was Helm of the Dominator. I do think you kind of need lifesteal on Troll Warlord, especially because Bash isn't always reliable, and that means that you might be in long fights with a solo guy in his face. So lifesteal can be very, very useful. But either way, Fervor is pretty good for jungling, as you can see. It's slow at the start, but as you attack a couple times, your attack speed goes way up. So, bam, Vlad's is finished. That should give 5 armor to myself and all my allies. Very, very good with the heroes that they're dealing with, and good for pushing and all that other stuff. So, we're all sitting bottom. Might as well take a tower. I don't think I wasted Fervor on this one, just getting some attack speed from... I'm sorry, I wasn't wasting ulti and battle trance, just got some Fervor stacks out of it. And some TP scrolls. Mid tower is going to get killed. So waiting for the Vlads to come, and then I will start the TP. We will be fighting this, I think. Waiting for Joe to... the Potom ulti was really late there. He thought he was going to ulti that a lot earlier, but he did not. And now we right click. I think I got like 0 lightning out of that, but the mistake, maybe not. The mistake I made was that I fought in the wall, and you should never fight in the wall, because anytime that I did zap out electricity, it probably killed the illusions. All the heroes are coming. We're going to lose just about everybody. Yep. So that was a pretty big mistake from us. We're still not quite ready to fight, and their heroes are actually quite good in the early game. Enigma, Warlock, Juggernaut, all very good early game heroes. So big mistake from us. I shouldn't have fought in the wall. That was dumb. Fighting in the wall got me killed quite easily. Every time my illusion dies, it'll summon a new one. So basically every time that I zap it with a proc of lightning, it will it'll do another 150 magic damage to me. My illusions are probably not extremely strong at this point, because they would only do like a fraction of the 74, but when I only have 900 HP, that's not exactly something that I should be throwing myself into. And it kind of looks like I have no items, but that's not really true. I have like, what, 5,000 gold of items or something like that. Isn't it cool to shoot lightning, guys? Come on. You know it's cool. Should be able to rush on, though. Like I said, tons of melee heroes. We have 4 melee heroes, so the Vlad's is going to pay off really hard. We'll give lifesteal and damage and armor and all this mana regen to everybody, and we will love it. Only ranged hero is Blitz there on the Mirana. Now we start the Fervor stack and pop ulti. It's smart of him to put the acid spray mostly high ground, because you don't want it to... If they actually have wards up, they would be able to see it pretty easily. And it looks like we let Mirana pick up the Aegis. Trying to start a fight here. The arrow really helps a lot. 4-man Fatal Bonds, that is terrifying stuff. But I did know that the Warlock was here, so I'm just trying to catch up to him. Little axe is being used. Little Fervor as well, and we get a double kill. So, pretty good. Double kill for me, actually. I was able to kill the Dragon Knight, and we picked up the Warlock as well. So, nice pickup there. From here, we took tactical advantage. We got the Roshan. We could also probably just go spend some time in the jungle, and maybe jungle, but it looks like we're actually interested in fighting. I apparently don't really remember what we did here. I wanted to go TP top because there was a lot of farm, but we figured, I've got a dead hero. We have a little bit of time. Maybe we can take Roshan. It's going to attack the Iron Shield creep again, and we are all set. And at this point, I said, okay, whatever, let's kill this tower. And you just right-click that thing. Look at that attack speed, man. It's really good for pushing towers. Nice arrow on the Enigma. It's a great silence as well, so he won't be able to... Another really good wall. Man, look how low everyone got from that. That was just ridiculous. The damage that did was just ridiculous. And then I changed to range at this point and ultied and just wanted to take the tower. So, got it. And now we run. Maybe. Man, that silence is really good. And I bashed him. Felt a little bad for the guy. Oh, that was where I should have died. Again. Picking up 13. Gonna attack speed him. Attack! 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 I was hoping for as much lightning. I actually just got 2 lightning zaps. I look dead here. Nope. Bounty Hunter will save me. Bounty Hunter's the man. And I think we pushed our luck way too far at this point. I've got like 900 HP after all. Not gonna let him take all that farm. No way. Little zap there. And that will... Oh, wow, I should have denied. I forgot about that. I missed it this time, too. I saw the creep wave, and that's all I cared about. I didn't go for the deny. That was a mistake. 3,600 gold now, and I said, okay, I've got 900 HP and 3,600 gold. What do I need? BKB is very, very good for Troll Warlord, but in this game, I don't think it's really that required. And the reason I should be in melee form, by the way, because I could be lifestealing here, but the reason BKB is not that needed this game is because the only main disables that BKB is going to stop is Vacuum. It would stop Dragon Knight stun. It would also stop Malefice from Enigma. Black Hole is going to go through it. Warlock ulti is going to go through it. And that's pretty much the 2 other main stuns. So I figured, you know what, we have like a 5 carry team. Let's have some fun. I'm going to grab a Yasha. Apparently I don't need HP. I'll just get more attack speed and hopefully aim to just do tons and tons of damage. And that's what I aim to do. I didn't really want to get BKB, and Will said, well, if you don't want a BKB, you have to get a Manta style. I said, okay, I'll get a Manta style. The reason Manta style is still kind of fun because you can split in ranged form, you can split in melee form, but ideally you'd probably want to split in ranged form because ranged illusions have better chance of getting a lot of damage off, and then I could just kind of like go in melee and do some ranged damage with my illusions as well. So it's kind of what I aimed for. Maelstrom is not very good for illusion heroes because they can't proc. I'm sorry, it's not very good to stack it with a Manta because your illusions can't shoot lightning, which would be cool. And actually Maelstrom does nothing for your illusions at all, but with this base item, I was pretty happy with it. I definitely should have been a silence on the Enigma, not the Dragon Knight here. But I should be able to swing things. Catch up. Yes, bash it. And once again, the power that is Troll Warlord sets into effect. A little bonus damage here. And I saw a level tier 1 tower, and I was like, let's go, dudes! Take the tower! And then we took a tower for free. Felt good. Might as well, we were there. And I wanted to go back and farm, but there was action. Apparently Will solo killed the Warlock. A little bit of attack speed for everybody while they focus the guy. And I figured, you know what, even if I'm not there, give him the attack speed. I actually really think, Battle Fervor is insanely good. His Battle Trance, excuse me. I think Troll Warlord's ulti is extremely good, especially. And this runs into a lot of pub games as well. If you're playing a pub game and you have a bunch of carry heroes, man, is it powerful because everybody wants that attack speed naturally. It's essentially a bunch of farm increase for all of your allies. At level 3, it does 160 attack speed. That's 180, excuse me, even better. 180 attack speed, does 120 at level 2 and 60 at level 1. I mean, that's essentially having like 3 hyperstones. Just imagine if your whole team has hyperstones during it, 3 hyperstones for free during a team fight. The gold advantage is massive. Now, granted, he doesn't have something like Black Hole or Ravage or whatever, and of course, it does require your allies to be attacking. But I mean, the strength potential in that ability is really just there, and this game should be a pretty good demonstration of that. There's Manta style finish now, so at least I'm semi-evasive. I put it on a hockey that I like better. I think the important thing, especially with this game, is that I don't upgrade the Maelstrom. I just left it at level 1. As you do level up, get a Mjolnir, I think you do get a lot more nuke damage. I can't open the shop. Can I hockey it? I can't. I'll just let it go. I can't remember how much damage you do with Mjolnir, but I think it is more. It's like 160 or 200 or something. I can't remember. But I know it's more. I'm pretty sure it's more. Anyways, rather than buying a Mjolnir, I just leave it at Maelstrom. And the reason is because Mjolnir, all it does is does more magic damage. It also makes you tankier in a way, because if you take an attack, you reflect spell damage. And on top of that, it just gives you a lot more attack speed than what a Maelstrom offers. And as a Troll Warlord, you don't really need to buy attack speed items. Granted, having a little attack speed is a good thing because it'll get you started on your fervor a little faster, but you can get that just with your ulti. Your ulti gives, like I said, 180 at level 3, so you don't really need to buy attack speed items at all. It's not necessary. And quite frankly, that money that you put in Mjolnir is better spent on damage items or HP items on Troll Warlord, generally. Those two things. Attack speed is fine, but you just don't need it on the hero. So I'd rather sit on range for him because I want to be better in position. A melee hero hitting tower is more out of position. Warlock dies for free. And now I shoot more lightning. Lightning! Again, my ulti is up. He's looking for the black hole, so we'll spread a bit. Said, let's kill tower. Now they glyphed. Enigma goes back in. It's going to take quite a bit. Again, I use the axes. Oh man, look at that damage. Kind of have to fight from range now. It's the part where I was worried about dying. I was like, my HP is pretty low here. I think I should go lifesteal. So instead, I teleport to the top lane. I say I'm going to go jungle. I'll get HP this way. It's a little dangerous, actually. As you can see, I'm taking damage from the nukes, but I'm actually putting damage on them. Despite me lifestealing more than I am taking, any damage I take right now is actually not useful for my allies at all. So I instead opt to axe just to make sure that my allies don't get killed or something while I'm doing this. I've now got 2700 because I have a Manta style. I said whatever, I'm going for crit. Crit's actually very good on Troll Warlord. Crit's good with any lifesteal hero usually, just because it can get you healed up that much faster. They are still taking damage, and I was gonna go check to see if Roshan was there because I figured while there was all that pressure, I could try to do it solo. But as we can see now, it is not there. I could have taken the regen, but I didn't really feel like I needed. I can heal up just by auto attacking, so I'll let somebody else use that. And here comes my crit. See how much I crit for. About 380. It's not bad. I can get all the attack speed from my passive and my ulti. I've got utility and other damage sources from my Maelstrom and my Manta. And all around pretty happy with the hero. So they're waiting around for Roshan. They didn't write the time down, neither did I. So I said whatever, they can take it. I'll just go jungle again because I want to keep my GPM up a bit. 170 last hits right now. I'm the highest in the game by far. Darkseer again is doing pretty well, but not quite there. One really nice thing about Vlad's as well as Maelstrom, by the way, normally those orbs don't completely stack. They stack to the extent that if your Maelstrom doesn't proc, you can lifesteal with something like a Helm of the Dominator. But with Vlad's, it's an aura, which means that it does not override an orb. So that means you can shoot lightning and lifesteal on every attack. So technically, if you get a Maelstrom and a lifesteal item, typically like a Helm of the Dominator or the Mask of Madness, you're only getting 75% of the lifesteal, which does make it worse. You have to keep that in mind. So downside to this build with the Vlad's is you don't get lifesteal on range attack, just on the melee. So that's the trade-off. Keeping my farm up. Crystallis, Vlad's, all good stuff. And now my HP is actually starting to look really good, especially because I'm putting levels into stats now. So stat levels help that a lot. I end up ulting there to see if they can get the kill on him. The attack speed went up. I think Joe was maybe... Yeah, they were able to get the Juggernaut there. The attack speed paid off. But that vacuum makes things look a little rough. Kind of wanted to show up. I am actually running all the way here. Again, do some slowing axes up in here. Little Manta style as well, just in case he felt like stunning me. And I should be able to go high ground and take a tower now. As you guys can see, level 3 Fervor. It's pretty good. Battle Trance. What the hell is it called? Battle Trance. Fervor is this one. Battle Trance. Good skill. Alright, he's not going to die, but it was close. And at this point we said, oh wait. You're, oh, he died to creeps. That was funny. Fatal Bonds did get a kill. We were actually considering just like throwing ourselves in there so that we could kill him because the Fatal Bonds would do damage to us and then it would kill him. But nobody did in time. The creeps killed him anyways. So I'm able to buy a Daedalus now because we just took Midrax and I'm going to go send that to the secret shop. And I think we're going to pick up Roshan at this point. I can't remember exactly. I thought the Vlad's was actually quite good enough for getting me enough mana regen. I don't think anybody on my team actually has Arcane Boots, and once again I recommend getting a Magic Stick on a lot of carries like this that have some casting but not a whole ton, and then finishing a Magic Wand on them is oftentimes unnecessary in my opinion. I don't think you need to do it because you're just going to sell it anyways. You're carry, you're going to have a lot of farm. You will someday sell it, so just keep it out of Magic Stick. The extra 5 charges often, unless you're like a Medusa or something, who really needs the stats and the extra mana for the burst, I just don't think it's necessary. Not to mention Troll Warlord is a lot less mana dependent than a Medusa is, which is basically my point. So I can crit harder than the Bounty Hunter can right here, which I thought was pretty cool. And by the way, picking up the Daedalus also stacks very well with Manta Style, because now my illusions can also crit for damage. So I sell that, and I don't remember what I'm buying. A Void Stone. Okay. I was, despite having just the Magic Stick and me talking about how I felt like I had enough mana regen, I said, whatever, I'll get more mana regen. So buy the Void Stone. I think I was either planning on getting a Battle Fury or a Lincoln Sphere, I think, because, again, I don't have a BKB, so I need some survivability still. I could get out of position and die, so I opt to buy a Void Stone. Whether that's a Lincoln's, which is a faraway item, by the way, or a Battle Fury, not sure. Keep in mind, Battle Fury does not cleave on ranged, but it would have the benefit of giving me more damage and cleaving on melee, which means that I could do some good AoE. Probably not worth it, though, because in most typical situations, I'll let you guys watch this fight quick. Got really lucky there. I got stunned within tower range, and most importantly, I got Omni Slashed, but what I ended up doing was I ended up pressing the Manta Style, and then I got lucky on Omni Slash bounces. Melee lifesteal. Look at that attack speed. I really like Troll Warlord. I didn't play him much in Dota 1 at all, to be frank. When they changed him, I barely touched him. I think that was about the same time that I stopped playing Troll, or I stopped playing Dota 1. But since he's been ported to Dota 2, I think he's one of my favorite carries right now. I really like playing him. All the games I played him were awesome. I played him support recently. I played that game where I hard carried. I've been just getting him random a lot. I think I ran him 2 games, or out of 3 games, I ran him twice. So just really enjoy playing this carry. I think he has tons of competitive potential. Despite his bash chance being pretty low, as long as you get him safe farm, he's sitting pretty okay. He did that on purpose, of course. I got a bash for a kill there. And Fatal Bond's good skill. I really wanted to fight more, but my HP is low. And that's going to be the end of the game. So that is the Troll Warlord. Slightly different item build than you guys saw me do the last time. I think last time I went Helm of the Dominator with a BKB, and then I got a Butterfly and maybe a Sanjin Yasha. I can't remember what I got. I think it was maybe like a Sanjin Yasha with a Butterfly and a BKB. So slightly different item build this game. I adjusted it based on the heroes that I was playing against and the team composition. I opted for the Vlads because I knew that would help my team crap load, and Daedalus and Manta just kind of for fun. So slightly different item build. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.